Now, streaming live, this is KSLA News Now.
Well, thanks for joining us. You're watching KSLA News Now. I'm Jeff Horchak. A multi-billion-dollar investment is coming to North Louisiana. It's bringing hundreds of high-paying jobs with it. Amazon announcing plans for its first data center in the region, a move leaders say will transform the local economy. Now, the locations would be in Bossier, Blanchard, and West Shreveport. Overall, this project is expected to create more than 2,000 jobs. Amazon says they'll invest about $400 million in local water infrastructure for the campuses. Governor Jeff Landry says today is just a glimpse of what is to come for Louisiana.
I want you to know that 2026 is going to be the greatest year Louisiana has had. We are making generational changes, and it starts with what we're doing today.
Governor Landry says 540 direct jobs will be earning wages 50% higher than the average wage in Louisiana. Northwest Louisiana Partnership says construction is expected to begin in the coming weeks. We'll keep you updated, of course, as we learn more details about this massive project. Well, Shreveport City Council leaders say the project is a major win for the region, especially for the districts represented by Council Chairwoman Tabitha Taylor and Vice Chairman Ursula Bowman, which already housed two existing Amazon facilities. Taylor says this third major project shows Amazon's strong confidence in Shreveport and will bring, of course, those high-paying jobs and long-term growth to the area. Bowman adds that the expansion proves global companies see some lasting value in the city and will create meaningful career opportunities for years to come for residents. Also, SWEPCO says that Amazon's new data center investment is one of the biggest economic wins the Northwest Louisiana has ever seen. The project includes major utility upgrades that SWEPCO says will strengthen the grid and then improve reliability for customers. All project-specific costs will be paid for by Amazon with no added expense for current SWEPCO customers. The company says the investment brings, of course, long-term growth, new jobs, and a more resilient power system for the entire region. If you'd like to gain some better understanding of exactly what a data center is and what it means for the community, there will be a community meeting next Tuesday in Blanchard. This meeting is about the planned data center project, and their goal is to listen to everyone and answer your questions. Again, the meeting is March 3rd at Blanchard Town Hall. You can read all about this $12 billion data center project plus other data projects happening right now in Northwest Louisiana. We've set up an entire page on our website at ksla.com with apps on stories and interviews regarding the data centers, so you can check it out right now. Well, a boil advisory has been issued for parts of Marshall, Texas after a water main break occurred on Sunday. The break is a result of a leak, and now the city says they've lost a significant amount of water. Marshall Fire Chief David Rainwater says the crews are currently working on a multi-phase plan that includes crews finding places for new valves and then exposing the actual location of the leak. The chief says it runs under Highway 59.
As far as the timeline of that, we hope today that we'll have clamps maybe in place by this evening, but we're having to dig part of that line out of concrete, and that's what's making it so challenging is that we got to clear the concrete away from the line to be able to get the clamps around it to be able to close it off or slow it down.
The Marshall officials say the boil advisory could last several days.
And high fire danger continues in your forecast well into Tuesday. We'll talk about the details coming up on the other side of the break.
Now, KSLA First Alert Weather.
Well, it is pretty quiet out there right now from our Mattress Plus camera looking into downtown, but I do want to give you the first alert. If you took those plants and pets in earlier today, make sure, or brought them back outside, make sure to bring them in for one more night. We've got a light freeze expected across much of the Arklatex, a frost for those that don't quite make it to freezing overnight tonight. After early Tuesday morning, though, you'll be good for the next 7 days. Temperatures finally warming back up. In the meantime, though, again, don't forget people, pets, plants need to be indoors tonight. Don't forget to bundle up tomorrow morning. We'll start the day off in the upper 20s for some, low to mid 30s for the rest of the Arklatex. The good news is you won't need that jacket by the afternoon as highs return to the lower 70s. Now, also returning to the forecast tomorrow, elevated fire danger for the entire Arklatex. We've got, of course, ongoing drought conditions. We've got winds gusting to 30 miles per hour and very low relative humidity. Not to mention, like I said, those ongoing drought conditions across much of the Arklatex, mainly level 2 and even patches of level 3 drought across our area. Now, to completely bust that drought, depending on where you are, if you're in the lighter shading, you need between 7 to 11 inches of rain in a 30-day span to completely get rid of that drought. If you're in the darker color, 11 to 15 inches. Now, this afternoon, we had max wind gusts anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And again, that low relative humidity. Humidity tomorrow is going to be a little bit higher. Winds, though, are going to be stronger. So that's why that fire danger, of course, still in place. You'll see as we head into tomorrow afternoon, those humidity values remaining anywhere from about 20 to 30% across the Arklatex. So some very dry air feels great for us, but again, do not burn. Fires can spread very quickly. A look ahead to later on this week, we've got our next weather maker rolling through. This one won't bring us much of a cool down. It also won't bring us much in the way of rain. You'll see Thursday we're near 80, Friday we're in the mid 70s, so very slight cool down, and then back to the low 80s by Saturday. Rain chances looking at 20% at best on Thursday. Other than that, not looking at much. For those that do end up seeing rain, we're talking a trace to a 1/10 of an inch. And again, that's only going to be a few locations across the Arklatex. A few locations already down to the 30s. Bienville at 33, Minden 37, Shreveport there at 35. We've got some upper 30s, low 40s there across eastern Texas. As we head closer to tomorrow morning, again, overnight temperatures expected to fall into the lower 30s for us here in the Shreveport-Bossier metro. All right, let's talk 7-day forecast here. You'll notice a lot of sunshine in the mix, a few partly cloudy days, but otherwise it's going to be nice, of course, warmer than where we should be for this time of the year, but overall a pretty nice 7-day forecast.
All right, sounds pretty good, Jake. I'll take it.
Me too.
All right. Well, join us here for our next newscast at 10 o'clock. Until then, you can stay connected with us right on our KSLA News 12 app. We'll see you at 10.